This is a photograph of a father and a daughter. It is August 5th, 1944, and these are two refugees. They have just arrived at the Fort Ontario Emergency Refugee Shelter in upstate New York. They are part of the only group of refugees that the United States brought from the Holocaust outside of the immigration system. So in 1944, there was enough information about the Holocaust in the United States. People knew that it was happening, that President Franklin Roosevelt decided to create a new government agency tasked with trying to rescue Jews. Now, 1944 is very late for this to happen. But one of the things that this agency did, this government agency trying to rescue Jews, is it asked other countries to allow more refugees over their borders. They asked the governments of Switzerland and Spain and Portugal and Turkey to allow Jews to escape into those areas. And those countries turned around and said, well, why should I take more refugees if the United States is not taking more refugees? And so the agency convinced President Roosevelt to create one refugee camp in America. And that was this camp, Fort Ontario in Oswego, New York. And so you can see the father and daughter arriving. They've gotten off the train. There is a member of the military police behind them. And you can also see a fence. You can see a chain link fence topped with barbed wire. I think it's also important to look at the backstory of this photograph. This photograph was taken by a 21-year-old photographer named Hikaru Iwasaki. Hikaru Iwasaki was himself someone who had been imprisoned by the United States. He was Japanese American. He had been born in San Jose, California. And right after the Japanese attack on Pearl Harbor, the United States began to imprison Japanese and Japanese Americans who were living on the West Coast. They sent them to camps. And Hikaru Iwasaki was one of those people. He had always been interested in photography as a teenager, and he was sent to a camp called Heart Mountain in Wyoming. While he was there, he was working in a photography darkroom, and the people who were running the camp noticed that he was a really talented photographer. And so they hired him as a photographer to photograph the experiences of the people who were also imprisoned, Japanese and Japanese Americans. And so he was sent to document the arrival of the Holocaust refugees at Fort Ontario. And so I wonder whether he specifically staged this photograph so that you could see the fence topped with barbed wire in the background, kind of pointing out that even if this looks like, the United States being generous, allowing refugees into the country, they are still keeping them behind a fence that is topped with barbed wire.